Hello everyone, this is your resident K-drama lesson learner. And today's K-drama learning is from Reborn Rich. Normally, I just post a tweet about it, but this one needed something more in my opinion, a whole video. Reborn Rich is a K-drama of revenge, of betrayal, of rags to riches. Sounds like most K-dramas, but no, there is something more. It is about Yoon Hyun Woo, our protagonist, a hard worker, the most loyal worker of the Sunyan group. He works non-stop. He never falls short on his duties and responsibilities. He always delivers, no matter what the task is. And to achieve this, he has rules. And his rules are
싶다고 했습니까? 네, 물론이죠. 우리 팀에 오래 있고 싶다고요? 네. 내가 절대 하지 않는 세 가지가 있습니다. 팁 세 가지요? 네, 적중이죠. 오늘과 이 주제는 절대 거절하지 않습니다. 그 어떤 질문도 하지 않습니다. 그리고 그 모든 경우에 결코 판단하지 않습니다. 내 원칙입니다.
that is what makes him the best employee ever. But such a loyal employee isn't just an employee. They are a slave to their corporate master. That is what Yoon Hyun Woo is to the family, a slave who will listen to their every whim. But what happens when Yoon Hyun Woo is murdered on his assignment to bring back $600 million from a secret slush fund in the Sunyan group? Don't know if it is the heavens' way of looking out for him, but he reincarnates. He reincarnates in the past as the youngest grandson of Chairman Jin, the founder of Sunyan Group. And that changes the entire game. He was their slave, now he has become a part of the family. He's confused, he's puzzled, but most of all, he doesn't know how to act, as his so-called masters were now his family members. And actually, one of them had ordered his murder, the murder of Yoon Hyun Woo. So he sets out on a mission to find them, to find his actual killer, and actually become someone worthy. But the way is long and the road is filled with corpses of everyone who tried to bring down the Sunyan group. Yoon Hyun Woo, now reborn as Jin Do-jun, sets out with his knowledge from his previous life and also knowing the future. Jin Do-jun, he was reborn as Jin Do-jun in 1987, but Yoon Hyun Woo was killed in the 2020s. So he had all this knowledge, all the knowledge about technology, all the knowledge of the stock market already in a 10-year-old kid. And he sets out to become someone competent and actually try to stand against the Sunyan group. Along the way, things change, challenges come in, and that is where everything is different. Everything is different for Jin Do-jun and Chairman Jin. The two of them look at things differently. The way they think is different, and the way they even tackle problems is different. And that is why there is the failure of Chairman Jin.
The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen. Their lives have meaning because we.
Everyone might be thinking that the reason for Chairman Jin to be losing to Jin Do-jun is because Jin Do-jun is just better than the old man. But all of you are wrong. The only reason for his failure is his mindset. Chairman Jin was made in the sweltering heat of his early years, where it made him into an iron pillar. He worked non-stop. He worked to become rich. He worked to become someone great. And that's how Sunyan Transport came into being. He made himself into an iron pillar, unwavering and never backing down, and stood in his place now against all the violent currents of the corporate world, while Jin Do-jun, who previously lived like a personal butler for the Jin family, was the same as water. He kept swinging around, trying his best to stay afloat, playing the long game and matching the waves as they hit him with enough force to knock him out. He learned to roll with the punches. He never learned to be rigid like the chairman. The reason the chairman loses is because of himself. He built the company from the ground up by being fluid and moving, but not anymore. He's rigid and unrelenting now, not knowing when to stop. Ambition is good, which he has, but he doesn't have adaptability. He's stuck. He's stuck in the past and with what was and forgotten about what is now happening. He has kept himself like an unwavering tree in this corporate jungle. While some may commend such a thing, but personally, I find it abhorrent. A person not willing to change is not a competent person anymore. They don't understand their own mistakes, nor do they admit that they might be wrong. It's the worst thing ever, and you can see examples of this again and again throughout the entire drama. I said Jae failed because of his mindset. So what kind of mindset does he have? I think he has a fixed mindset. So what is a fixed mindset? Fixed mindset talks about the belief of people that think their abilities are innate and cannot be changed through hard work or dedication. They are what they are. They were born with this. That's what they think. Why? While the other side of the coin is the growth mindset. It talks about hard work, dedication that can be used to improve on your abilities and grow new ones. So it's quite apparent with these two definitions to see the difference between Chairman Jin and Jin Do Jun. Chairman Jin believes him to be the best, his family, his blood to be the best, and the one destined to rule his empire is no one else other than his eldest son. It is apparent with this philosophy that the eldest will get the throne of Sun Yang, while they might not have the same skills, the same skill set, the same ambition, or even the same entrepreneurship skills as the chairman. While Jin Do Jun was seen studying in the early mornings during his time as Yun Hon Woo, he was studying about the financial markets. He read books about it. He read books about management and the autobiography of Chairman Jin to learn from him and his entrepreneurship. He clearly had a growth mindset to keep improving and to become someone competent. Of course, there are times where Chairman Jin is seen displaying the growth mindset, but the prominence of his mindset is to the fixed mindset. That is what is seen to us, and that is what is apparent. That is at the forefront. But what can we learn from all this? How do we learn to become better? So we can learn about this growth mindset for ourselves. As we have seen in the drama, this mindset wins. This growth mindset we can cultivate in our own lives as we live. We are humans, we evolve, we grow, we have goals, we have purpose, and if you don't, then you just need to have a growth mindset first to find your purpose in this life. Whether the goal is to earn a lot of money or become the fittest person on planet Earth, growth mindset is necessary. So how do we incorporate this? There are three things that I think are necessary for a growth mindset. There is clarity, goal setting, and work. So let's talk about clarity. You need a clear mind. You cannot have chaos in your mind to incorporate a growth mindset. If there is something always going on in your head, you cannot think straight. So tackle that. To have a clear mind, sit down somewhere alone with no phones if necessary. Look at yourself for a moment. Objectively, subjectively, doesn't matter, but look at yourself there with no filters and understand the kind of person you are right now. Write it down, record yourself, video, audio, doesn't matter. You need to capture that present self of yours unfiltered and you achieve clarity on yourself. Of course, there are people that will need to do this multiple times. They will need to do repetitions of this to find clarity. And the reason for that is the resistance of your mind to look at yourself objectively, because it has seen itself for so long under a filter that it is hard to see it in any other way. So take your time with it. Take how much ever time you need, but gain clarity. Second is goal setting. Now, with this present person in place, remember the ambition that you have. What kind of person you want to become? What kind of work you want to do? What kind of friends do you want? Be detailed as you can be. This is your future self you're talking about. This is who you will be. Be diligent in your writing. Write everything down. Every single detail, with everything in place, and everything that will become your future place. There can be 100 things, there can be 1,000 things. It doesn't matter. Write it down. Then When you feel like the things are too much, they are overwhelming you, cut down that list. We cannot work on everything at once. We are just humans. We can work on a select few things. Cut down that list to a handful of things. But these things need to be as important as they can be. These are necessary goals that you need to achieve to become a better person or to reach one step closer to your future self. And lastly, work. So now it is time to get dirty. There is no easy way, there is no fast way, there is just one way. There is the way of work. It doesn't need to be hard work, it just needs to be work. Work can be smart, hard, but never less. Less work gets you nowhere. What you put in is what you get out. That's what I believe in, and that's what I think everyone should believe in. You get what you deserve, and of course, the grind knows exactly down to the last second that you have invested in it. And the grind is a jealous, envious thing. It will never leave you alone. It will never let you invest very little time and get the results that you want. You need to get growth mindset to get where you are. So, last words, get a growth mindset. So, thanks for watching this video till the end. That's all from me. See you soon when inspiration strikes like the waves against cliffs rather than like the low tides of beaches.